Welcome to the TM Forum Live API Simulator demonstration. In this demonstration, we're going to show you the Telflow API Simulator in action. Extended versions of the TM Forum APIs are used to present a completely catalog-driven solution. This is a key principle of the simulator, as this allows the simulator to be used by many parties, for many types of services, and for these services to be lifecycle managed. TM Forum APIs are built on REST, which provides a simple, compact, and easy-to-read message format called JSON. REST uses the HTTP operations of the Internet. For the purpose of the demo, we're using a Telflow tool called API Explorer to drive the simulator with hand-edited message, so a person can pretend to be the system. A system can connect directly to the same APIs. This catalyst has three champions: AT&T, UFF, and Fiber to the Home Council, FTTH. FTTH Council Asia Pacific, supported by UFF, has presented the Fiber as a Service requirements, accompanied by a white paper created through an FTTH committee. The FTTH Council UFF use case for this project. As an industry group of fiber network operators, I need to use the same or similar standard APIs as are used by new digital services, so that I can easily plug into partners to efficiently utilize my network. To do this, I need to test and provide a reference implementation. I know that I'm successful when I can walk through my new and change ordering journey, then validate the inventory that has been created. AT&T's use case for this project. As a digital services provider, I need to use the same or similar standard APIs as are used by a range of different service providers, including fiber network operators and data center-based services like infrastructure as a service and network function virtualization, so that I can easily plug into partners to provide complete solutions to my customers. To do this, I need to assist industry in creating APIs that interoperate by supporting initiatives that aid standardized API development. I know that I'm successful when I can order many different types of services through one common set of APIs. The participants in this project are Wipro and DGIT Systems. DGIT is providing their award-winning order management system, Telflow, as the platform for the simulator, while Wipro is providing the configuration of new product, service, and resource specifications.
In this video, we're going to show you how Telflow's REST API can be used for order creation and fulfillment. We're going to use Telflow's REST API Simulator to show how the API can be used to create and manage customer orders. Telflow's REST API Simulator allows us to access API functions via a web browser. This simulator is going to be made available to use as a sandpit for TM Forum members and Telflow partners. Before we begin the demo, let's give you some background information about the Telflow API. The Telflow REST API is modeled after the TM Forum APIs, which represent the telecommunication industry's gold standard for integration. The API enables customers and partners to integrate their systems with Telflow by performing Telflow functions programmatically. For example, the API can be used to create a new order, update an order, and progress an order through its lifecycle. The API can also be used to submit change and terminate orders and to manage inventory. The API operates over HTTPS using the standard commands of GET, POST, and DELETE, returning responses in JSON. It's important to note that the Telflow API is specification-driven, which means that specifications that have been defined in Telflow Composer form the key payload of an API request. For example, when you provide a specification ID in an API request to create a new order, the API draws on the information provided by the specification to create an order in the format that has been described in that specification. In this demonstration, we're going to use Telflow's API Simulator to submit a new order, to send an event to the order, which will allow the order to progress through its automated process, and to query the status of the order's inventory. We're also going to use the Telflow portal user interface to view the status of the order and to look at the progress of the order as it moves through its lifecycle. This is the Telflow API Simulator, displaying a list of functions that are currently supported by the REST API. For example, under the heading Customer Orders, you can see that we can create a new customer order, retrieve a list of customer orders, perform a partial update of a customer order, and retrieve a list of events that are related to a customer order. We're going to start this demonstration by creating a new order. We've already prepared an API request for a new order, and we're going to paste that into the text box here. Crucially, this request includes the IDs of the specifications that define the product that is being ordered, the order specification, and the offering specification. These specifications have been designed in Telflow Composer and provide the API with the information it needs to create the order. Once we've entered the request, we can click here to submit the request. The API will return a success response displaying the customer order resource. We're now going to log into the Telflow portal to view the order we have just created. This page in the Telflow portal displays a list of all the current orders that have been submitted through Telflow. Clicking the order ID displays the order details page, where you can view the configuration of the order. The Fulfillment tab displays the process diagram that is associated with this order. The diagram shows us the point in the order fulfillment process that the order is at. This particular process includes a timer feature which operates between each step in the process. For the purposes of this demo, we have the timer set at 60 seconds, which means that the automated process will wait 60 seconds before moving on to the next step. The process for this particular order is largely automated, except for the step wait for inventory. To complete this step, we need to send another request through the API, sending an event to Telflow which communicates an inventory status update. We're now going to go back to the API simulator and send an event to Telflow via the API. The add event operation allows you to send an event to a particular order in Telflow. To do this, we paste the order ID into the first text box, which we've already done here, and then paste the event request into the second text box. The event request contains an event specification ID, which provides the API with the information it needs to create the event. To send an event to Telflow, the event details must have been previously defined in Telflow Composer via an event specification. We're now going to click here, and the API simulator should provide us with a success response. Going back to the Fulfillment tab for the order in the Telflow portal, we can see that the event has successfully been received by the order, enabling the order to progress. From here, the order will automatically proceed through the remaining steps of the process until the order has been successfully completed. While we're waiting for the order to complete, let's do a GET request for the inventory associated with the order. This request will show us that the inventory status is pending while the order is in progress. We can then do another GET request after the order has completed to show that the inventory is now active. To check the status of the associated inventory, we first need to copy the inventory ID. The inventory ID can be found in the response that was sent back via the API when we submitted the order, and it can also be found in the Configuration tab when viewing the order in the portal. Going back to the API simulator, we're going to scroll down to the inventory operations and click Get Inventory. Then paste the inventory ID into the ID text box. When we submit this request, the response will show that the status of the inventory is pending. Going back to the Fulfillment tab in the Telflow portal, you can see that the order has now progressed through the remaining steps in its automated process and is now complete. Returning to the API simulator, doing another GET request on the inventory ID will now show its status as active. This active inventory will be stored by Telflow until it is changed or terminated. This demo has now shown you how to use the Telflow API to create a new order, to send an event to the order, and to query the order's inventory. You can also use the Telflow API to perform a range of other functions, including submitting change and terminate requests.
In conclusion, this project has satisfied the use cases and used TM Forum REST APIs in a completely catalog-driven way. We are providing the API simulator to the Fiber to the Home Console and TM Forum members as a perpetual service to support development, onboarding, and adoption of TM Forum APIs. Specifications for all of the APIs used in this demo has been contributed as part of this project. The best practice use of TM Forum SID specifications as metadata for the catalog was contributed in the 2014 B2B Catalyst project and was reused in this project.